Loy Machedo, speaking to you from loymachedo.com, and who's Loy Machedo. Today the date is December 16th, 2015. Time right now is 3:17 in the evening. Well, I've been getting these emails for quite some time as to, Loy, what is your opinion on Donald Trump and his latest political presidential strategy? All right, okay. Now, I've always been a fan of Donald Trump because I just felt the guy, he really knew how to bullshit his way out of a lot of things, and he presented himself as a brand. If you actually look at it from the time he has been in US, he has had, he has had these reality shows, he has had these properties, he has had so many things happening for him. I mean, it's been phenomenal. He's an author, he's a businessman, he's a TV host. So there are a lot of things that, Donald Trump has really done well, which I think, I personally give credit for because I thought, and I still think he's a very intelligent guy. Okay. Having said that, now it comes down to the fact of how Donald Trump is playing his cards in the presidential elections. Now, lately, what he has done is he has started to, start on this rant that he's going to ban all Muslims coming down to United States. To tell you honestly, okay, this is what I personally feel. Now, Donald Trump is not the person who is actually doing all this thinking. He has a team of strategists. He has a team of political, analysts. He has a team of marketing and branding specialists. So what they do is they all put their heads together and they think of, okay, what are the key issues that we need to speak about that would help us get the edge over all other candidates. Now, obviously, Donald Trump being a controversial figure who believes in controversy because almost everything that he has done is controversial, what he did is he highlighted this issue, which was not an issue at all, and he kind of appealed to those people who have this paranoia about Muslims. And surprisingly, to tell you honestly, it kind of shows, if you look at it now, that there is a vast majority of people in the US who for some stupid reason believe that all Muslims are bad guys. Islam is a very evil religion, and whatever Donald Trump is saying is good. Now, this is really, I would say it's pretty hypocritical because if you actually look at it, have a look at the media. If anything in US, the US media plays its cards really well. If there is a gentleman, a person who shoots 10, 20 people and he, by some coincidence, turns out to be a Muslim, tomorrow the headlines would be radical Islam terrorists, okay, kills 10 people. However, if it turns out to be a Christian, they would say, a person shot dead 10 people. They would never say a Christian fundamentalist. They would never say follower of Christ who was a extremist. They would never say a Christian extremist. No, never. So what I feel that Donald Trump is doing, it's not him. It is not him. It is his team of strategists that have told him, you do A, B, C, and this is what would happen, and this is how you gain points. Because if you actually look at it, Donald Trump is a businessman. He is looking for ways and means to ensure that his business grows, his brand grows. And, before the presidential election, he did visit so many Middle Eastern countries, especially in Dubai. He has his golf course, he has his buildings, he has his signature villas, all this. And, if he hated Muslims, why would he do this? So it is not something that he believes in his core. It is something that is being told to him, fed to him in his brain, in his ears by his parties. Now, do I think that's a smart move? Well, I just feel that it's gaining a lot of attention, it's gaining a lot of momentum, it's giving a lot of free publicity. However, in the long term, I don't think it would work. I don't think this would help him become a president. I don't think it would make him the role model that people are looking out for. I do think that it would make him get a lot more enemies. I do think that he would be criticized and hated by many. However, in terms of his brand, in terms of his business, I don't think anything would be affected because he is, at the end of the day, a very intelligent guy. He has an intelligent team, and I think they know what they're doing. Even though for us lay people, we feel, this is rubbish. He is a smart guy. He is a really smart guy. So, do I like the strategy? No, I don't like the strategy. Do I think it's a smart strategy? Well, I think it's a thought-provoking strategy, because what it is doing is it's positioning him very different from all other candidates, and it's, until now at least, helping him win points. Do I think it's going to help him win the presidential race? No, absolutely not, because it goes against the values of so many other people. I mean, it's nothing but a blatant generalization of so many millions and millions and millions of people, which I don't think is right. It's like saying all Indians worship cows, or all Americans are Christians, or it can just be about anything. So, having said that, well, am I still a fan of Donald Trump? I think there's a lot I can learn from him in terms of his strategy, in terms of how he does things, his business, in terms of his brand. Do I think he's a smart man? Yes, I think he's a smart guy, and he does get his way across. At least if you look at it now, would I follow a strategy like Donald Trump? No, I don't think so. It's I'm not in politics, and I wouldn't do this. So this is my view of what Donald Trump is doing, but really, if you look at it deep down, the biggest question I have is, how would he ever visit the Gulf states? How would he ever visit the Middle Eastern countries now, if he has to get his return on investment, or if he has to visit his properties, or if he has to visit his all those business interests he has? I personally don't think he's going to be invited, and if he does get invited, I think he's going to be in a lot of trouble. So, well, we'll watch and see what happens next, because I find it pretty intriguing to know that what would he do next, because now he has dug a hole for himself. How is he going to come out? So, Loy from LoyMachedo.com and who'sLoyMachedo.com, sharing with you his views on Mr. Donald Trump and his controversial comments. Let me know what you think. Love to hear.